Okay, so this is my video review of the Samurai Storm Shadow action figure from the G.I. Joe Soldier line. Now, the G.I. Joe Soldier line was an offshoot of the Sigma 6 line. Sigma 6, for those of you who don't know, were figures that averaged about 8 or 8.5 inches tall, and because of that they had detailed weapons, armor, and very nice articulation, just overall nice detailing. Because he had such a large figure to work with. Just kind of a side note, I really don't like the movie line G.I. Joe toys that are coming out recently. I just think they're crappy looking, to be honest. Maybe it's just my sentimentality for the old school G.I. Joe. And it's kind of interesting because I don't really, when I was a kid, I didn't really, I watched G.I. Joe, I liked the cartoon, but I didn't collect any of the figures. I was into Star Wars and Transformers. So, I was kind of surprised that I ended up getting into Sigma 6, but I did, and I just got a few figures that I liked. I didn't get into it as much as I did with Transformers or Gundam. But this is one of my more favorite figures. Now let's go ahead and take a closer look here. Of course, being Storm Shadow, he's a pretty iconic character to begin with, but we can see him now. He's in his samurai outfit. Very nicely detailed with the white silver on his armor. Really like it a lot. Now, in case you're wondering, there really isn't a lot of detail. His armor does come off, and there isn't a lot of detail in there as far as colors. It's just plain white. On his forearm, he does have not his forearm, but his upper arm, he does have the Cobra logo. So that's pretty much it. So you really want to leave the armor on, but it does remove, and we'll go ahead and remove it to kind of show you the articulation of this character or this figure. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back here. Kind of see what he looks from, do a 360 here. Apart from the figure itself, just the weapons are cool. I like the, on his back there he has his axe, he's got the long sword, and he's got the two shorter swords that you can mount in his sheath there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation. You'll notice that there is armor here as well to block any kind of sword strikes. The armor, especially on the hands, comes off really easily, so I typically will store these away because it's just too much of a pain to try to keep them on, and they fall off pretty easily. So articulation. Well, his helmet comes off here, and we can go ahead and take a look at the head. Has a pretty good articulation in the head. So we've got up and down, and 360. I'm going to go ahead and remove his part of his armor here, kind of better to show you the articulation. So we got 360 at the shoulders, but then you also have in and out like this, so it can go in and out. You can see that joint there. At the elbow, there's a swivel there, so it can go up and down like that, but then it can rotate 360 as well. Hands, of course, you got the wrist, 360 in the wrist, and it's got the Kung Fu grip, which, as you can see, it's kind of a spring-loaded grip, so it holds his weapons in his hand really well, which is good. Now, if we take a look at his upper torso, you can see that, keep his armor down, there's articulation just below this thumb here, so that's good. There is waist articulation, but not really with his armor. It's pretty limited. Like I was saying earlier, there's no symbol here or Cobra symbol. There's just the on his arm right there. So moving down to the legs. With the legs, pretty much can go out like that, back like that, and forward. But you really, you don't want to, you're blocked by the skirt armor. So, and then as far as the knee, you pretty much you're limited to a 90-degree bend, because the leg pretty much blocks, the upper leg blocks the leg from going any further. But you got rotation in the joint there. And then the next point of articulation is at the ankle. You got a 360 rotation, and then there's a joint there, so it can go back and forth like that. So pretty decent articulation. That's kind of one of the selling points of this figure, is it was pretty well articulated. Now, we've had a look at the weapons. Of course, he's wearing his twin short swords. That's what I'm calling them. So you have this long sword as well. So you got that, and this oversized axe. As you can see, it's about as tall as he is. And that's kind of another of the hallmarks of Sigma 6, is that the weapons are really oversized, but in some cases it works out well, I think. He's got these nunchucka, I think they're called, and basically the nice part about these, they flip out on both sides here. So you've got really nice weapon there, so that's cool. I like that a lot. I don't display him with this, but I like the fact that it has blades. I don't know. Of course, you got these two. You know what they are. I want to call them katanas, but I don't think that's, well, could be the right term. But anyways, I don't really display him with these either. They're just kind of nice to have. And then he's got the grappling hook. And then he's got these sheaths, two for the shorter swords and one for the longer swords. So yeah, this is one of the figures that even if you weren't into Sigma 6, I would recommend getting. I mean, especially if you like ninjas and samurais and figures with swords and axes. Definitely you need to get this. It's got to be one of the top of the on my list as far as my favorite Sigma 6 figures. There's a couple more I might review and kind of show those off, but this is definitely for sure the top of the group of my favorites. So alright, so thanks for watching my review. This has been a review of the Samurai Storm Shadow Sigma 6 character. Like I said, I think they're a lot better than today's G.I. Joe figures that we got today, so wanted to share that with you guys, and maybe you'll decide to pick them up. Alright, talk to you guys later. Bye.